Hi, everybody. Today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be applying the grapes to a specific civilization. And the civilization that we're going to start studying about are called the Sumerians. And the Sumerians lived in what we would call the Middle East, kind of in between Europe, Asia, and Africa. There's this area of the world that kind of connects all of them, and that is the area called the Middle East. So we are going to use our geography lens, as we also start to look at the textbook itself. So our objectives are we're going to look at the grapes, we're going to apply the G of grapes, and then the one that you can't see because my picture's in the way is we're going to look at how the History Alive textbook kind of sets up its information. And we're going to basically do that through going through the first chapter, which is chapter 4. So the next slide is CNN 10, which you should have already watched. And now we are on to the video that you're currently watching. So what we are going to do is we are going to get this particular assignment, and it's going to be posted in the classwork tab of your Google Classroom. So once you're done watching this video, you're going to click this classwork tab and you'll find assignment number 3 in there. And this is what assignment 3 looks like. All right, so we have some pictures and boxes and arrows and a few definitions at the bottom there. Okay, so here are the directions. After reading each section of the online textbook, find a picture of the problem and solution boxes that is online. I gave you 2 of the 8 pictures, and you would just Google image for what's going on in there. So what I would do is I would go to the online textbook, and I would click my hyperlink, and here we go. There we are. And this section is 4.3 food shortages in the hills. So we're going to scroll down to 4.3. Here's the introduction. Here is 4.3 food shortages in the hills, which is the first section that is in our graphic organizer. So here we have the text here. Notice that the book takes its highlighted word, it'll highlight it in blue, and it will also define that term off to the side. And I believe that Sumerians is one of the terms you have to define, so you could just define that one. So what I will do is I'll read through this section, and after reading through this section, I have to do a couple things. So I read until the end of the section. So, oh, there's the new section, so I'm done reading this page. So once I'm done reading the section, I go on to number 2. I have to create a problem, find a picture, and write a 1 or 2 sentence summary. So I found this picture online. I'm going to paste it into there. You do that with Control-C to copy the picture and Control-V, as in Victor, to paste the picture. And then you explain what the problem is. And the problem is on hills in Mesopotamia, there wasn't enough good land for farming. So that's summarizing what is going on in the picture. So then you would solve it by whatever the text told you as the solution to that. You'd write the solution down here, and you'd find a picture and paste it here. It's probably easier to write the sentence about what is the solution, then find the but if you want to find the picture first, go ahead. I find that it's probably easier to write the sentence first. And last but not least, if your sentence is a direct quote from the textbook, we want you to get in the habit of putting quotation marks around it, so that you show that you are giving a direct piece of evidence. Okay? So the next thing that I would like to do is I would like to start by asking you to read on your own the first 2 pages. Okay, the first 2 pages is the introduction of the chapter. If you are doing this on remote learning, it's really good idea to read through the introduction and 4.2. If you're in class, we'll read that together. A lot of our terms that are on the assignment, like irrigation and Mesopotamia and city-states. Those are all on the first 2 pages. Okay, so even though the graphic organizer starts on 4.3, the terms down here at the bottom of the second page, they start at the very first page of the section. So even though the first section to find pictures is 4.3, you really should read the introduction and section 4.2 as well. It'll give you a better understanding of what's going on. Okay, so that is the lesson that we would like you to work on today. And in the last 15 minutes of class, and it's different depending on what class you have, we will go over the sections between 4.3 and basically the end of the chapter. So I'm actually going to change this. It's from 4.3 through 4.6. Okay, so if you found difficulty finding answers for those, log in for the last 15 minutes and we can help you address those questions. If not, we will see you next week. Have a good weekend. So we will check in with you on the 21st and 22nd, depending on when your class is. See you later.